a happy camper. When Uncle Cuba walks into Neiman Marcus and he goes to the Yves Saint Laurent booth and sees multiple Tuxedo bottles in both sizes, large and small, makes me happy. It's about time Yves Saint Laurent got some stock of Tuxedo. However, there are lineups in that vestivier line that are very difficult to get, and I call them the number boxes. The number boxes are damn near impossible to get, especially in variety. So I happened to find a number box in the Le Vestivier line at Neiman Marcus. I completely blind bought because, of course, there's only one box of the number boxes of each, and there's no tester. Uncle Cuba is the king of blind buy, so I rolled the dice and picked up number 6. Let's roll my motherfucking music so we can see if I made a good decision on Yves Saint Laurent's number 6.
Sexy motherfucker. We're all alone in the villa. Yeah, there's some friends on the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy. C to the U to the B to the A. Got my Neiman Marcus bag. It's still wrapped up in here because, you know, I want to do the whole unboxing shit. So the bottle cost, oh, this is the gimme. It was $250, which I believe all the number bottles are, right? However, it was still during Black Friday. So anything over $200, $50 off. So it was only $200 plus tax. So you know Uncle Cuba does not like paying retail, so they threw in a little discount. Thank you, Black Friday and Neiman Marcus. You guys are the best. And let's hope that Yves Saint Laurent number 6, aka Place Saint Sulpice, is any good. Here is number 6. As mentioned, it still has a cellophane. I'm a weird hoarder since I buy and ship a lot. I like to keep the paper. Wrap things up nicely. Let's take the cellophane wrapper off because I don't know what to expect from the fragrance line. They only have this and, was it 37 or 26? I don't know, whichever one the Santal ones. I want to say it's 26. They did have a little used sample version. Didn't do shit for me. I wasn't looking for a Santal fragrance at this point. So number 6 is the one that I picked up. Here is Yves Saint Laurent. I'm gonna get the names right eventually. Le Vestiaire des Parfums. It's really not that complicated. I'm just really that special. So number 6 is comprised of labdanum and accord queer, or leva. So we're talking about labdanum and leather. We'll look up the rest of the notes as well. I like that this is black as opposed to the bottles that come in like the Tuxedo, which are white. Clearly it's an all black bottle. What does it mean? I don't know. I just care about the scent, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up the notes, which is something I should have done while they're on the spot, but I was kind of running around trying to find a nice little fit. So I literally was like, oh, you got it in. It's between these two. Let me get number 6. But I should have looked up the notes as I'm going to do right now. So we're gonna be looking them up together. So the notes on this one are tonka bean, labdanum, leather, saffron, lavender, and bergamot. Sounds pretty straightforward. Doesn't sound anything absolutely amazing, but we'll see based on the scent profile. So there's nothing else to do but smell this joint and hope Yves Saint Laurent hasn't let me down, which, I mean, they rarely do. But let's see what number 6 is about. Good hit. Very good hit. Not mind-blowing, but very good hit. Not mind-blowing because it's not a completely unique combination of notes based on even what I read you guys for the ones who know notes. But is it sexy? Absolutely sexy. It is a very leather and tonka bean forward fragrance. For sure, the leather is very prominent, but it also is followed by some sweetness and a nice little punch of lavender. There's a small powdery essence in here that gives it a lot of comfort and just cuddle factor. But there is a big sexy factor here, especially in the air. Now that I'm kind of wafting this paper in my face, there's a very sexy factor here. So we're on a good start. It doesn't blow me away as of yet, but I really like what this is doing in the air right now. It's fresh, it's lavender. It almost feels like I can legit pinpoint all the notes that I just read off. Like, I can smell the lavender, I can smell the bergamot, I can smell the labdanum, I can smell the tonka bean, I can smell the leather. The saffron doesn't pop out as much, at least not on paper, but let's try this puppy on skin. So far, very nice. Not groundbreaking, very nice. Especially when it's not for retail. Let me give this a couple of seconds because I usually fry my nostrils out, but let's go. Okay, so it's a heavier punch of that queer, that leather off the skin. It's almost leather dominant on the skin. And the lavender is really trying to come through with that hint of powderiness to kind of like mellow out what it's trying to do on my skin, and while the pH levels start to manipulate that fragrance and see what's what. This is actually way better on skin. Very sexy, but again, it's not something that's completely unique. I'm almost feeling that it's kind of like, for some reason, Polo Supreme leather, I believe it is. It smells like Polo Supreme leather mixed with a little bit of like Armani Code. What is it? Armani Code Absolute. It feels like kind of like a hybrid of those two mixed with a little bit more. Now that leather is coming down on the skin, the bergamot is coming through, providing a bit of freshness and citric quality. Powderiness is still consistent from opening to mid. This is very nice. Very, very nice. I am not mad I bought this fragrance at all. It's an easy wear. This doesn't require much complication. It could be a versatile fragrance, but also leans end of spring, fall, winter, yeah, but more end of spring, fall time. Very work safe fragrance. No offensive quality about it. Definitely date night. You can absolutely wear this going out. It's not so much a clubby fragrance. It's more of a going out, casual, dinner, movies. All right, so I did something that I normally do not do. I gave it a few more minutes so it can dry down and really settle on the skin, so I can make my final conclusion on number 6. And truth be told, so much better off of skin. The dry down on the fragrance is so beautifully balanced. And although it has a little bit of those characteristics that I mentioned, kind of that Armani and Polo Supreme leather, it does smell of higher quality, super sexy, powdery, leathery, bright, slightly citric, lives more along that lines of tonka bean sweetness, leathery vibes, and a little bit of a powdery nuance. For me, Yves Saint Laurent, number 6, I'm gonna give it a 7-1. 7-1 so far for Yves Saint Laurent. Number 6, Le Vestiaire Parfum, I said it right, is a 7.1, absolutely a ball sprayer. And Yves Saint Laurent rarely lets me down. Honestly, I think the one that I least like and a ton of people liked was like Saharin, and that's because it's petitgrain and neroli and smells like baby ass. Number 6, very, very nice fragrance. Shout out to Neiman Marcus and Yves Saint Laurent. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart. Let me know which one of the Le Vestiaire des Vestiaire Parfum you guys have, what number you think is absolutely the best, and maybe I'll try to get that joint next. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.